bottoms. Bell bottoms.
In this limited experience we call life, it's easy and natural to forget that it's our one and only go-around, at least in the state we are now. I would say this happens because the concept of before birth and after death are only external experiences. There's no realistic way to conceptualize what it meant to be nothing. Even more unthinkable is the circumstance in which you did exist, but only in parts, following a specific formula that would result in what you are at birth. You don't remember being in the womb, and even if you do, stop telling people that you do, because no one believes you and you sound insane. Be normal and just say, yeah, I gained consciousness around this age, but have fragments of memories that I could have made up just now to fill the recall need. More importantly, however, you don't remember being the egg or the sperm cell, and I haven't heard anyone bold enough to claim that one yet, so don't start. All this to say, we have one go-around in life, and if you've been living it like everyone else, it's been a solid mix of absolute bliss and pretty shitty. In your journey so far, I assume you felt moments of complete serenity. I'm not a guru, and don't want to be, but do this for me real quick, and don't roll your eyes or double tap to skip forward, otherwise the point of the video doesn't hit as hard. Close your eyes. Shut up. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now slowly breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, and out slowly. Be sure to relax your shoulders. Just let it all go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just did some controlled breathing exercises. You may feel better, or skip to this part in the video because your attention span is fried. It's okay, not really, but whatever. Just remember to listen, actually listen to others in the real world. Listening skills go hand in hand with attention span. Bars. Within 16 seconds of change between the moment of then and now, the state of the world has remained mostly the same. Assuming you're watching this video, your problems, or your perceived problems, have not changed, but your overall perception of sense has. By breathing in and out and releasing tension held within the body, it sure feels like the world got a whole lot lighter. You've essentially performed a biochemical spell to relax. Continue to repeat this and one may say you're meditating, especially if you confront your tangles in this way. I point to this state of being, this slightly relaxed embodiment, as a reference point for our weekly topic, instead of another one of my videos to give more tangible evidence. Plus you can only do that 3 weeks in a row before your viewers are like, yeah, we get it, you make stuff. I'm not a dickhead or so emotionally inept that I'd come out and state that your emotions are just chemical reactions in your brain, because A, that's lazy and low effort, and it's like saying humans are evil because all evil is perpetrated by humans. B, it's not true. Emotions are chemical reactions in the brain, but so is everything you are and see and do and will be and was. Additionally, everything ever is just a chemical reaction, alive or not. Based in Greek philosophy, a man is more than a featherless chicken, so it must be something else. Dang, I'm really giving it to philosophers this video. Even in a non-religious context, I subscribe that our consciousness, our very being, is more than the sum of our parts, but consider me no fool, I am aware of biology. A lot can be done to shift one's reality, and not in a disassociated way either. Now there are several methods. One is embracing the suck, as the United States Navy SEALs say, totally valid, and even I do this to a degree. There's immense value in stoicism, and using your underlying limitless human spirit to push through any obstacle. The other is shifting your perspective to look for the silver lining in the rough. It's hard to shift to a completely positive outlook on otherwise dire situations. Even downright harmful, as denying the state of affairs can undermine frustrating emotions that would be better expressed than repressed. Bars again. When I say look for the silver lining, I mean more overall train yourself to not succumb to your negative emotions, but redirect them into something positive. Working a meaningless job, sitting in traffic, spending your one and only life, doing what feels like tasks that are otherwise not worth doing. It's frustrating and creates a new emotional blend of staleness and anger towards your outlook on life. This video is called One Perfect Moment, and that's what your entire life is, whether you're aware of it or not. In Buddhism, the end goal is to achieve nirvana. Before we talk about nirvana, we need to explain the principles of Buddhism. In Buddhism, it's often heard by the rest of the world that one of the base principles, or noble truths, is all life is suffering. However, the translation is off, and there is no real one word in the English language that describes the suffering word and that truth accurately. The word suffering takes the place for dukkha. Dukkha can be described in the English language. It's not beyond comprehension, but suffering is faster. Dukkha is the feeling of unease, the baseline discomfort you feel in the daily life, the negative emotions that stem from wants, no matter how small. You want to leave work earlier and go home. That feeling is dukkha. You're in a bad mood stemming from hunger. Dukkha. The feeling of want in this scenario is the second noble truth. There is a cause to our dukkha. All want is suffering as translated to the West. Wanting to make more money, wanting a different job, wanting to feel closer to the ones around you, these to Buddhist teachings are all sources of dukkha, or dukkha themselves. Relating back to our earlier topic of nirvana, the third noble truth of Buddhism is that there is an end to our dukkha. This permanent end of dukkha lasting not only your life, but the eternity following in the afterlife is nirvana. Nirvana is often mistranslated as permanent happiness, but just like dukkha, in English it requires more words for an accurate description. In order to give weight to what achieving nirvana means, the state, a perpetual perception shift, goes beyond being in a good mood for the rest of your life. Going on from here, you could choose to follow the Eightfold Path as a diehard Buddhist in a quest to gain spiritual enlightenment. This is the fourth noble truth. If you do this, the rewards are limitless, and you have unlimited attempts, as until you achieve nirvana and move past samsara, you're in it to win it. Samsara is the Buddhist word for the cycle of death and rebirth. You can achieve nirvana in any stage of samsara, even animals, which are lower than demons on the cycle. It's not common, as you have to be aware of your actions for karma, your Buddhist credit score, to really have an impact on your enlightenment. Your best chances are as a human, because this is where pressure makes diamonds, in so many words. You can ascend to higher planes of heaven, but you'll be a spirit where all your needs are met. However, this is temporary and not conducive to enlightenment. Fret not if you do make it to one of these higher planes. The described length of time in which you'll find yourself is varying levels of eons. Eons, as described by the Buddha, would be the time it would take for a silk cloth brushed against a large stone once every year to erode away. Now that I've given you a brief understanding of Buddhism, we can delve into nirvana a little deeper. Nirvana is not a permanent state of happiness. Even the Buddhists understand this is unrealistic. However, nirvana is a perpetual state of understanding of the balance in the universe, understanding of oneself and the infinite love and hate that you have been, could be, and always will. A sense of wholeness, completeness, that rings through every vibration in your form.
It's rare, but moments like these fall on me completely randomly, and I know I'm not alone. At home, at work, with others, or by yourself. Moments where the planets align above you, all feels right in the universe. Not happiness, but wholeness in body and mind. Fleeting moments of the infinite peace that can be obtained through how you see the world. The brief spurts of pseudo-nirvana, which is an oxymoron I know, are the one perfect moment that I'm referencing in the video title. Evidence suggests others experience said sensation, even going so far to harness these moments, but it's caught in passing under another name.
The zone, noun, is a state in which hyperfocus is initiated during the execution of a task. I would say athletes are the most eye-catching example, but I have also heard others in passing say, "Oh yeah, I was really in the zone and got it knocked out." The zone is an interesting phrase, as it creates a unique dichotomy when taken as an example for what I'm trying to express. It limits itself, the zone. It's a temporary state only meant for high-stake instances or valued objectively by the individual. These almost supernatural states of being are considered momentary, on reserve, or even ordained by chance. They don't have to be, though. You actively set the tone to your own life, narrating through your internal monologue your perception of the world. By actively being aware, obtaining an induced understanding through either self-efficacy or sheer will, the moment doesn't have to end. I didn't make this week's video to give you a conversion class in Buddhism. I'm not even a Buddhist myself. I did it to remind you that you have so much control of how the universe is, and you've always had it. Like I said in the opening, it's almost natural to forget this is our one and only go-around. We're the conductors, not the environmentals around us. The utter disdain you feel for an enemy, use it to go a little further when you're out of gas, and understand this event has crossed your path to be used, not be used by. By accepting your emotions and feeling them in a constructive way, seemingly bad events can be understood. Everything happens for a reason, and even if they don't, you're still the one who determines what really is a bad event. Before we end this video, just let it all go. Just stop for a second. Stop being up your own ass right now. Life sucks sometimes, but it's truly amazing at all that we get to have bad experiences to begin with. Given the gift of existence, to be able to cry over the lost loved ones, to have ever even loved at all, is truly a gift we mustn't squander by being in unnecessary states of despair. I know it's easy to go, well, I've already did this much damage, so who cares? But the second you start rebuilding, it does wonders for the space you occupy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I appreciate you giving me a bit of your time every week. I'm your host, Gideon. Peace out!